We got a lot of territory to cover. I'm about to do a cookout. I was totally cooked today, but today we're gonna try to expand on some of those Freedom Fusion automations. So let's go ahead and get started. Earlier I talked about get marketing Sora 2 angles on your iPhone. So we're gonna extenuate that at some point as we're building out our Freedom Fusion automation. As we're building this further, what we're doing, we are creating an ecosystem that allows luxury pet moms over 40 make extra income and take control of their feudal kingdom. And where we stopped last time, we're in the process of setting up the Firestore database. So what that is, it's a way where you store the information, and of course, what kind of information? The information that gets end up uh, that moms follow through when they use iPhone. The, they follow through each individual step, and that information gets passed on to um, into their phones. So, like what automations do uh, kind of help you better understand. This is what we're doing. We're including marketing angles directly into your iPhone. So we're going through the step 1, step 2, step 3, and all of those marketing angles are getting infused into iPhone, but not necessarily. iPhone is just used for processing data, not necessarily storing data, where the data is stored as in a Firestore, in a Firebase. And what we have is we're using Stitch to design the app. Now, of course, the app is going to be used on iPhone. And of course, moms get guided with AI avatar. And that's what we're working on. We're trying to get the AI avatar to work uh, throughout every single step as the Bougie Boss mom navigates through each step while using her phone. We want to be prescribing her information, all sorts of guided information. What exactly is mom over 40 going to be doing? She's going to be doing lots of steps when building her feudal kingdom, and those steps include like, for example, starting doc, using ChatGPT. Um, what I'm showing you over here is like how to use Sora to construct marketing angles. Over here, you probably seen my previous workshop where I talked about this a little bit more, describing uh, this slide in more details. Take a look at that. The idea is we're passing those marketing angles directly into those iPhones. Now, how does it look like on the computer? Well, it looks like this. We got a, wow, how does it look like on iPhone? It looks like this. And what does it do? It's an interface. Now, what exactly are we trying to do next? We're trying to pass information. So as the Bougie Boss Mom goes through each step, we want to have a little avatar that floats around on iPhone and kind of tells her, okay, do this, do that, and also looks at her gestures, looks at her facial expressions, looks at her emotions, and comes back to us and lets us know this is the mood of a person who's looking at the phone, who's iterating through each of those steps. And we want avatar to be interactive and responding, communicating back, and guiding her. So how do we do that? Um, we need to pass information from this phone, and we need to send it to the cloud. So for that, we're going to use this tech stack over here. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be using WebRTC in the Cloud Run, and a Firebase and a Firestore. So Stitch over here is kind of what we're looking over here. We got Stitch, and what we got is, so we got this Stitch. Uh, so we got entire app designed with Stitch, Google Stitch. And of course, we want to move that window. We want to take that window, we want to shrink it, browser window, we want to shrink it into a small window, and we want to hover that over as the person using the app. So this is kind of a quick chicken scratch diagram over here. So over here, you can see kind of a iPhone, and you see shortcut interface of the iPhone, and you see each individual steps that the person is executing. And you already know what it looks like, what those steps look like. You see in previous videos. But the idea here is we need to get the context from, we need to somehow send an avatar to a phone. So how do we do this? How do we get the avatar from a phone? So let's go ahead and whip out the ChatGPT real quick, and we're gonna quickly see what's happening with ChatGPT. We're gonna be able to do that. By the way, this video over here started getting a lot of views, guys. Already 1,000 views. So if you go to YouTube, you're gonna see like this cat video is just a sleeping cat getting 1,000 views. So now, what exactly we're doing? Let's go ahead and open up ChatGPT, and we're gonna do a little bit of cooking. So we're gonna do a little bit of engineering. We're gonna try to engineer uh, stirring up the pod. So where are we? We're building the PWA with Firebase. Let's see where we left off last time. So essentially, we wanted to expose the endpoint to Cloud Run. Cloud Run, as you guys remember, it's a little container. Cloud Run is just an infrastructure where we run some of those containers that have all of those kind of um, have certain processes running in them. So now, oh, in previous workshop, you have seen that we're able to take the Cloud Run service and connect it to Firestore. But now what we want to do, every time we go through each step, we wanted to have the avatar somehow interact with it, interact with the phone. So now we could kind of look at this, be like, okay, this is our um, endpoint in Cloud Run. So, and it says define your steps schema in Firestone. So we already defined that. Now expose API endpoints in Cloud Run. We already did that. This allows your PWA to send updates directly. We already did that in previous workshops, so watch previous workshops, guys. And next thing, we're going to integrate PWA plus WebRTC. So what is WebRTC? This is the protocol that we're going to be using to interface between the browser and the cloud. So, but somehow we need to so WebRTC is really in the middle of PWA, which is basically the app on your phone, user interface on your phone, but the actual app runs on the side of the browser, inside of the on a cloud run, but it communicates with WebRTC. So we need to do open a picture-in-picture avatar window, track user interaction, step user interactions, and step completion. Send data to Cloud Run, Firestore, trigger Gemini API call, and rerun AI feedback in real time. So if you want, I can write a minimal working cloud integration next. Okay, yeah, you know what? I do. Yes, in fact, I want that. Yes, go ahead. So, and keep something in mind, guys. In ChatGPT, you could use projects. Projects is a very good way for you to stay ahead of the projects and not get lost, especially if you have other kind of things that you're typing. And of course, guys, that's what I use. And if you guys want to learn how to do this as well, simply use that feature and projects feature in ChatGPT. So now we're going to be going this way. So we got minimal working PWA plus cloud integration. And guys, once again, my name is Ron Wells. Take a look at my bio link. Subscribe on this channel if you haven't. If you want to learn how to build your TikTok shop, how to build your luxury pet brand, and how to systemize it and how to market it and integrate it um, into your lifestyle. If that's you, if you want to learn that, definitely, guys, subscribe um, on YouTube and get access to this free TikTok shop dropshipping, build your own pet store. Link is in a bio, where you get to learn how to build your own store and grow your feudal kingdom. So right now, let's take a look a little bit further, guys. So we're cooking this up to the next level. We're really like thinking right now, what exactly are we doing, guys? We are looking at now let me just kind of quickly open up my um, window for YouTube. So this way I could see if you guys are in the chat. So in case if you guys have any questions, you could ask those questions. And of course, nobody's in. Okay, cool. So um, now create update in your Cloud Run app. Okay, so what we need to do in your index, same folder as before. What you want to do, you want to include an update step. So that is very interesting. So what is that index step? So we're gonna go through stirring up the pod. Now this is like building Docker environment. All of those files over here that are here, take a look at my previous diagram, previous workshop to learn how we ended up with all of these files. I described the whole process, but effectively you create a folder and you run a bunch of steps. And of course, you could get those steps in my community, guys. If you are struggling, you could get access to them. But um, try to build this folder and kind of follow me in a similar way. So this way you're recreating this. So right now, it looks like in your index, same folder, we're gonna do this. So, okay, so we're gonna take this in your index and we're gonna set up. So what exactly are we doing over here? We're doing the update steps. So anytime those steps are being updated, so let's say luxury pet mom going through those steps, through each individual step, anytime she opens up one thing, or for example opens up a TikTok to launch a to find a viral comment, we want that data to be sent back to the avatar, and avatar should be like, yeah, bet, you know, sis, you're on fire, keep going, go find that viral comment, that kind of stuff. So we want to inject that AI context into it. So you can it shows steps. So this is how we do it. So how do we modify that app? So what we do, and so you open up your, what does the flow look like? You open up your PWA, your app in Safari on iPhone home screen, and shows you steps from Firestore. So this is what it looks like. Here's an app. Here's an app, right? Here's you, Bougie Boss Mom, getting marketing angles fed directly into your phone. And of course, you guys, as you guys remember, this is just a quick way for you to kind of understand what's happening. Step one, you get the marketing angle directly into your iPhone. Step one through step five. Then the rest is this marketing angle travels to Firestore database and of course uh, your app, which is designed in Stitch, in Google Stitch, which is free, and you basically execute stirring up the pot automation, and yeah, and then you spawn more money because now all of a sudden you don't have to think anymore. AI does the thinking for you, and you get a beautiful avatar that interfaces directly with you and tells you exactly what to do and motivates you, that kind of stuff. So let's go back, and of course, if you guys none of that is clear, go ahead and rewatch my previous videos. But now let's go ahead and like try to get this step over here. So you open up your PWA app on your iPhone, and of course, guys, some of you will say, well, I don't understand that. Well, PWA is just literally like a little browser window on your phone. You open it up and it runs an actual app, the app that looks like this. And as you go through each step, what exactly are you doing? You're creating controversy on the TikTok. You're stirring up the pot. Why? So this way you can make more money. Because if you don't do that, people won't see your videos, they won't see the controversial comment, they won't find your product, and therefore you won't make any sales. So to solve that problem, we guide you in the process. But how do we guide you? By sending you marketing angles. And those marketing angles somehow need to end up on your phone. So let's say we're showing you some of those steps, like, hey sis, go ahead and doom scroll on TikTok a little bit, find some viral comment, then remix it a bit, and then create a video real quick and respond back to that comment. Like to let's say we want to send those steps to you to your phone. And of course, you use your phones, you use your CapCut, you use all sorts of other apps, but you get guided as you open up those apps. But the process of executing each step, you basically do certain things on the phone. You can tap a step and it updates a Firestore through Cloud Run. Now, the whole UI UX process for how everything is being tapped or not tapped, well, don't worry too much about it. For now, just kind of think about it. This is your small mini goal. You click a button and something have to happen. What does have to happen? Well, we want to send like whatever you do on your phone, we want to know about it. So when you click a button, we want to know like you clicked a button. So this way, AI avatar that's going to be connecting, that's going to be fed through Gemini Live API is going to be connecting to you, to your phone through WebRTC protocol. And you're going to see a fire looking avatar that you can communicate in real time who can analyze you and be like, oh, this digital sis is too unhappy, or she looks like she's not, she doesn't have, she's like executing this stuff but she's not pumped up. So um, the avatar would like pump her up. And I know it sounds insane, guys, and This is why you're here. This is why you're learning this stuff. Nobody's showing anything like this, guys, anywhere remotely near. You learning this and seeing this realized. But how does this whole process work? Like, what is this file, index.js? The first thing we need to do, we need to execute the step, update step. Where is it going to be? Well, guys, like, I don't want you to think too much about this, but here's what we need to do. We need to somehow, when you press a button, we need to tell the cloud, we need to tell our steering up the pod environment that you are sitting there on your phone doing things. We want to know about it. Why? Because we want to be in the middle of your journey and we want to be instructing you without you having to flex your brain or your muscle for what to do. And we guide you on your phone, not only just one phone, but two phones, Hub iPhone and Spoke iPhone. And of course, this is a very unique concept. Now let's go ahead and jump into this. So what do we have? We got Express, we got Firebase admin, and we got initialization. So we're steering up the car, we're getting the steering up cloud connected. So we're literally just updating this step. Now we should probably create a repository to update the step, but over here we're adding a little routing mechanism. So and over here, I guess we could do, so let's do this. Let's do, let's do something like this. We're gonna create new, uh, we're gonna do, let's see, typically what I do is just open up the folder, like this file, new, steering up the pod, backup, like this. So this way we have steering up the pod. This way we have both steering up the pod backup. So I do like this. And for now, we're just gonna copy this. So we're gonna go C, steering up the pod, backup. Gonna save it like this, okay? And boom, we just go for the, we're just gonna go ahead and modify this. Now we open up Notepad, and we're gonna take that index file, okay? There we go. We're gonna take the index file, and we're gonna modify it. Now this is the index file, so I'm gonna say um, this is the index file I have. So before we modify it, let's take a look over here. So we could kind of see what's going on, and then we see the deployment taking place. So right now we're gonna update the step. What step are we updating? This is the step we're updating. Anytime you press a button, we need to know about it. So this way we could have a little avatar that pops up in front of your iPhone, telling you exactly what to do, how to do it. So this way you could make more money. Okay, so let's go. So what exactly are we doing? Okay, so let's see. We're gonna copy this bad boy over here, and we're just gonna like, yeah, we're just gonna modify the, that file over here, stirring up the pot. So let's update this index.js file. This is what allows us to quickly start the server. It's gonna allow us to get the um, like a test. This is a routing part where it opens up the URI, and this is what happens when you click. We're basically iterating through the whole database. And of course, if none of that makes sense, take a look at the previous workshops, guys. But right now, we're gonna do this and we're gonna replace it like this. So right now, if you look at this code, we got a service, we got the key over here, which you already seen in my previous workshop, how I got this. And what you see me doing is creating a test route. This is a, like if you go to the website, it's just a default URL. And of course, if you're not sure what that means, see my previous um, workshops. Now, this is the step that we're going to be hitting, update step. And what is it going to do? It's going to send, once we click on that URL, it's gonna look at the database called users. It's gonna get the user one to three. I'm just creating a dummy user 1 to 3, guys, and then the rest. We just want to update this step completed timestamp. And like the thing is, you're probably gonna say, well, what is the steps? Steps and step completed. Like, what is this thing? So let me go ahead and show it to you. So if you go to Firebase, Google, and we're just gonna quickly log into it, and you're gonna be like, oh damn, this is not bad, not bad. Google platform, and over here, so uh, log into Firebase. Okay, so we quickly log in into the Firebase. I'm inside of build. I'm gonna go to console. There we go, guys. We are going to console. We're going to stirring up the pot, and we're gonna go to the database over here. Boom, we're going to database. Yeah, guys, we're cooking up. We're cooking it up. So let me just kind of see. So this is the steps we have. Boom. So we got steps, find common, step 1 to 3, doom scroll. So what exactly are we having? So right now we have this particular status like doom scroll. So we have individual step and we have a status. So we have steps and we have a status. So over here we got user 1 to 3 steps, um, and then completed time step. So based based on the data, so right now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna copy that. Okay, guys, we're gonna copy, stirring up the pod index, and we're just gonna update like this. File save. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna deploy it. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so we got a little error. We got this. No, I got this error. So you're gonna put that. So right now we're just including, guys, the error itself. So make sure you're in an app folder. Okay. CMD, CD, stirring out the pod. Like that. So we're gonna build this. We're gonna upload the tarball. Yay! We're uploading it. While it's being uploaded, guys, the next thing is we're gonna wait for success, then redeploy it. Okay. We're gonna quickly redeploy this. Change log, whatever. We're gonna quickly redeploy that. Yay! And wait for success, and boom, then run. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and run this, and yep, that's fine. Yep, so it's deploying the container. And here's the container. Now we got this. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna open that up over here. Stirring up cloud run is running. Okay. So Step 2, create the minimum PWA interface. Make a simple file. Okay. I already have PWA interface. In regards to, let's do this. In regards to simple interface, let's do, I already have stitch file. Okay, so we're gonna take that, open it, go to UI build, go to UI builder code view, locate the button, for example, Doom to scroll to find TikTok videos. And if you click the button in the editor, you should see in event properties on tap or on click. And then we just add a JavaScript action and the button click header handler. And okay, so I think this is good. Now, how do we connect Stitch together with this thing, guys? So, and then we gotta do this doom scroll a little bit and then hit the true button. So right now we are working on a front end interface. Let's log in Stitch with Google. Okay, yeah, let's cook that up a bit real quick, guys. We're gonna cook up the interface real quick, then we get the avatar to squabble up together with us, spawning money for us, building, helping us create viral comments on TikTok across multiple phones. And of course, guys, this is the interface. Okay, so you know what, I think I like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and um, export that. Yeah, let's download them. Let's take a view. Download this beast. Okay, downloading it. Cool. So we got this interface ready to go. Steering up the pod. We'll probably need to go ahead and unlock it, steering up the pod. So guys, this is how we're cooking this stuff up. And yeah, it may look hard, but it's not hard, I can assure you. So we're just gonna have to uncompress this real quick. Yeah. So extract it all. And yeah, we're creating the folder that's just gonna be kind of, okay, so we got a couple of things. I'm just gonna put in the same thing, code and like this. So we're just putting everything together. So what exactly did we do, guys? So if I do Control Z and show you the two files, we took that screen file and boom, we took that file screen, and now we're gonna put that screen and code file together. Okay, so screen and code together. So right now, what I'm gonna do a little pickable, woohoo. Let's go ahead and take that code and do a little bit of spine on it. Let's do a little bit of spine, guys. We're gonna go ahead and open up a notepad. And we're gonna do a little squabble up. And then we're gonna take this code over here and be like, I bet we got this code. Cool. So we're just gonna copy that bad boy, and so we got code and .html. So we're gonna jump in back into ChatGPT and be like, this is the UI interface HTML file that I got from Stitch updated accordingly. So right here, what I did is I just kind of took that Stitch file and pasted into ChatGPT, guys. So right now we're gonna let it cook a little bit, and now perfect. Since you already have Stitch generated UI, we'll do some squabble up. And guys, if you really wanna level up your marketing game and squabble up together, then trust me, don't sleep on threads.
I'm hot year round, no four seasons. When we at the pool, fill it up with tequila. She don't take shots, but she just had four. She ain't finna have a boyfriend no more. See, I'm outside and you gotta understand. I don't wanna see none of this on the gram. Sweet life like Zach and Cody. Baby, I don't leave home unless the bag is on me. It's hard to get any better when I'm in this mode. Elevated straight to the penthouse with a nice road. Late check out depending on how the night go. Neighbor got a
ThreadStack provided everything I need to finally have balanced digital life that I always wanted.
All right, guys.
Plus, I can afford more travel now too.
So what exactly are we doing? We're cooking this manifest. So perfect. Since you already have Stitch generated UI, we'll just update it into a functional minimal PWA interface. Hell yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna work offline, connect your deployed backend Firestore test endpoint, and it has the buttons wired up. Okay, yeah, whatever. So and then here's the updated version manifest. Okay, cool. So we gotta update this. And what does it have? Let's kind of quickly take a look. So it has PWA setup. Not bad. It has Firestore store integration. Actually, you know what? I do need to tell it that I do have screen.p PNG account file that I have it that I uploaded it here. So let me just tell ChatGPT real quick. By the way, I updated Stitch came with two files. One of them is, and then of course you gotta tell the screen is screen.png, and you guys already seen an example of what it looks like. And the other one is, and the other one and the other one is, and the other one is code.html. Please update accordingly. Whatever, heck, I could just make spelling mistakes all day long. And guys, while it's cooking up, let me go ahead and get you totally like what exactly are we doing, guys? What are we engineering? So this is the app over here. We're gonna make, as you iterate through each of those steps, we're gonna have a little AI avatar that's gonna pop up and gonna be guiding you and watching you, looking at your face, looking at your gestures. And you, as the bougie boss mom over 40, you're gonna be like super happy, spawning money, using using all of those prescriptive recommendations. And as you can see, there's lots of things that you gotta do when you build your TikTok shop. But the idea here is like, yeah, you're gonna be building those TikTok shop, but you need to be prescribed exactly what to do. Else you're gonna be like, oh damn, I don't know what to do. So what exactly will you do? Well, look, guys, in order for you to stir up the pot, you're going to be getting those marketing angles directly infused into your iPhone. Step one through step five. Hell yeah, you're going to get that marketing angle. You know what to do. You don't have to flex your muscle, your brain muscle anymore. Everything is just going to be so nice for you. Like all those marketing angles, and your avatar is going to be like literally cheering you up in the process. And of course, this is just how I'm iterating through the interface and showing you all of those different marketing angles, how they end up on your iPhones. But how do we make that happen? What exactly are we cooking things up over here? Well, let's find out. We got the folder structure over here pretty much ready to go. And what exactly do we have? We have a folder, and that folder is being updated into a small container in the cloud, and we're running everything cloud run. That's cool. And but what did we do with Stitch? With Stitch, we didn't really do much with Stitch other than created two files like this. And now we got to do this manifest thing. So now it says update code.html to index.html for deployment. Okay, I think we could do that. And we got to paste this bad boy over here. But let's kind of quickly analyze what exactly is happening here, guys, without you getting bored or passing out. Well, guys, look, the first thing first. Wait, before I show you something, I wanna let you know to kind of squabble up, everybody.
Woke up looking for the broccoli. Hot key, keep a horn on me, duck on my seat. IP, ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Hot key, keep a horn on me, duck on my seat. IP, ownership, the blueprint is by me.
ThreadStack provided everything I need to finally have balanced digital life that I always wanted. Plus, I can afford more travel now too.
We gotta rename this bad boy from code HTML to index HTML. And here's, so we have the title, stirring up the pot. Of course, you guys already seen, know and understand what stirring up the pot is. You see my previous workshops, but also you see all this mumbo jumbo over here, like CSS thing. Don't really worry too much about it. This is just like a way to spice things up in an app. This is just a way for you to kind of use Stitch. Stitch is the one that has all those elements, guys. Don't worry too much about that stuff. But the idea here is you get all of this, like what we really care about is those steps over here. So we're gonna have some bougie boss mom doom scroll on TikTok a bit, get their brains cooked a little bit, then hit them hard with some of those crazy marketing angles. So this way they don't have to be like totally stressed out. Instead, they could be happy and they could have a little avatar that's motivating them and doing things. So the idea is we're gonna include Sora. Now Sora is pretty, I mean, it's pretty badass. I mean, look, this is Sora. If you go to Sora app, I mean, you guys probably already seen how I blew up, like literally on TikTok. I mean, on YouTube, with just one stupid video of a cat. Like, let me go ahead and show you the cat. Like, here's a where's the cat? The cat is here's the cat. This bad boy already got what? I posted it today. Already got 1.1K views. Come on, 1,000 views for like really silly videos versus like millions of views for videos like this. Sometimes I don't understand this world. But you could use Sora to build those marketing angles. And of course, guys, last thing you want to be doing is doing them yourselves. And of course, I showed it to you how to use Sora in a previous kind of workshop and whatnot. But basically, we build the marketing angles. We use all of this crazy looking angles, and let me just kind of show you what angles. So as you can see, there's many different angles. You're going to be, as when you're building your TikTok shop, you're going to be going through the different phases, and those are the angles you're going to be, this is the things you're going to be need to be doing in order to succeed. That means researching, doing the deep level research, constructing the avatar, creating an offer, generating core beliefs, and doing all of those videos in context of everything what you see there. But of course, like how do you do this? How do you navigate through some of those high cardinality heterogeneous complexities? Well, the sequence is fairly easy and straightforward. It's illustrated over here. You could take a screenshot and see how that looks like. But basically, guys, don't get your brain cooked too much. This is a typical sequence diagram that shows exactly what we're doing, and it shows approximately close enough to what we're doing. It's not super concrete. We, of course, modify the concreteness as we navigate through some of those automations quickly. But at the end of the day, what you're really cooking, guys, is you're really building your feudal kingdom. So initially, your brain is like totally cooked. You're on a past data world. You don't have much knowledge. You're trying to figure out a way for how to build your TikTok shop. You're like totally cooked. Then you go through the pre-launch phase. You're ready to sell. You're pretty much ready to sell a product on the TikTok shop, and you'll be like, I bet I'm gonna go ahead and need to figure out what product. Of course, you're in that pre-launch phase. Then you launch phase. Then you post-launch, and then you do continuous research, systemization, and thread stacking throughout every single process of growing your feudal kingdom. So in the beginning, you're an uncertain mom. Then you become more certain mom. Then you're gonna be ready to launch mom. Then you're gonna be super happy mom, and then you're gonna be money making mom. So that's pretty good. And of course, guys, you could kind of see what we offer in context of making that happen. If you want to try before you commit, this challenge where we hook you up with the product, we do all the research about the product, and you go start marketing. If it makes money, you're gonna get so pumped up. You're gonna be like, I bet I want to build my own brand, and I want to join Feudal Incubator. And I'll be like, I bet, let's do it. And I will give you the green light, and you're gonna be super like super excited. You're gonna have your own Freedom Fusion System CRM. You're gonna have your own AI automations to guide you through the whole process of building your feudal kingdom. But anyway, the bottom line is, guys, like this was a quick thing here and there. You guys got to kind of understand. Let's get back to coding. Not really coding. I don't want to say coding. I don't like the word coding. More like this is more like brand vibing, guys. This is a new technique that is not taught anywhere in the world. Introducing it to you, so this way you guys could see it on your own terms and kind of grow with us together. So, like, check this out. The bottom line is when Bougie Boss Mom is going to be scrolling through TikTok, we need to figure out a way for how the heck are we gonna look at her camera, look at her face, look at her gestures, and interact with her. But not us visually interacting with her, but instead an avatar interacting with her. How do we make that happen? How do we get it all working? It's one of those things, guys, that we need to kind of figure out. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We are figuring this stuff out. Some of you will say, well, I don't get it. I'm confused. I don't understand what those steps are. Guys, what we're creating a front-end interface, we're creating a back-end interface. Right now, we're just creating really like this file over here. It just have a bunch of things. Basically, this bad boy is just going to be like, we need to understand if somebody clicks on this button, we need to understand what happened. Did we get anything? What should we tell our avatar? What should the avatar come back with? So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this bad boy over here. We're going to modify that to index.html. So exactly what the ChatGPT tells us. So we don't have index.html, but we have this. So we're going to kind of modify that real quick, guys. We're going to go ahead and change that. So we got index.html, and then we're going to do notepad like this. This is how typically I like to modify things. So guys, once again, we're going super fast pace. If you haven't seen my previous workshops, definitely take a look. This way it's going to make more sense. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of like it's like trying to solve a murder mystery, guys. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we do this. But yeah, so we're gonna hit file save. There we go. We saved it up. Not much, guys. Like some of you will say, well, why don't you just wipe coded everything in VS Code and do things like this? Because then you wouldn't understand how to create innovative workflows that will help you truly save incredible amount of time. You'll be dependent on those kind of fast-paced AI-driven kind of coding techniques that will not help you when it comes to building something innovative. In order for you to build something innovative, you really want to understand what is happening behind the scene within the kind of as you're building each step by step. So right here, we're connecting to the app. We're literally connecting to the backend, and over here we're just kind of registering the service node. So what does this all mean? Like, okay, so we've found the steps, so we define our steps. Okay, for each step, what exactly are we doing? We're doing something. We're grabbing this data. So we're defining each element, etc. But the idea is we are iterating through each step, and we got multiple steps. Now, then we need to connect to backend, and we need to update whatever that was done in a step. So we need to register service worker to yeah. So this is just a log entry that is registered in a yeah. So we're basically creating a listener, and then over here we're creating manifest. And what is a manifest? Stirring up the past, start URL, etc. Screen PNG. Okay, we need to update the manifest. Let's do that. So guys, don't think too much. Some of you overthinking this stuff. Don't kind of overthink. This is not really hard. This is just this is really easy, but I'm just kind of showing it to step by step. So if you want, you could do to make it simpler. You could do something like this and do manifest.html like this. And typically that may be actually even faster if you do it this way, and then you do it like that versus the other way, trying to file save too many and we gotta modify it to JSON. So that was JSON. So this is just a JSON file, right? Now some of you will say, well, what's a JSON file? I don't understand what a JSON file. Guys, look, JSON file is really simple. If you go here, and I'm gonna quickly show you the tech stack that we're using. So the tech stack that we're using over here that is absolute fire is this one over here. So this is the pipeline. Marketing angles getting constructed over here, getting passed into Freedom Fusion System CRM, then getting intercepted through Zapier, and then goes through into Gist. What is Gist? Gist is a way for you to have those marketing angles in like a JSON file constructed. So this we could quickly download them on your phone, and your phone is going to be able to do all sorts of other activities, such as execute some of those native automations. How does the process happen? It happens through Pushcut. On Pushcut, you have a little app. It's installed, and then it has API endpoint. You have like 5,000 pushes on it, and you keep sending those pushes. Anytime you get a push, your iPhone will be like, I bet I'm going to execute this automation. And then, of course, the native automation kicks in through the shortcuts, and then those shortcuts tell you like, hey, Sis, go ahead and open up Captions app because we got some fire-looking marketing angle for you to ready to paste. And you'll be like, I bet. And you're going to go ahead and paste that. And of course, you walk through the whole process, and so this way you don't have to remember all of those steps, and you just be like you get semi-automated prescriptive recommendations that allows you to stir up the pot, reply back with a viral comment from personal TikTok, and then jump into your spoke iPhone and do the same thing. And so this way you could see more, you could create more controversy, and then people get to see that and then be like, I bet, etc. So I think that's the idea, guys. So I think somebody near the door, guys. Give me a second. Oh, that's my nephew. I gotta get going, guys. I'm gonna try to finalize this a bit more. We're about to do a cookout. Hold on a sec, guys. He just arrived on his Tesla, but guys, squabble up. If you like this, subscribe, and I'll try to finalize